I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Damu. The hardest part on my tongue, thinking is a warm glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is sticking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm jerking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks, you use the Decepticons. Fake brothers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man, I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, turtle plans to defeat it. High in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A. And I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? It's your man Dre Mack coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mack Show. I am live like the Vernell man. Did you miss me? I mean, I haven't even got a chance to shave. I've been so, I finally finished up my training. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I did post a pic of me doing my job, man. When I tell you that was rough. Getting up early in the morning, rough. Rough. Actually doing the work, even more rougher in the morning, because good God. But I am blessed. I am here, and we can we can actually finally get into this reaction video. And trust me, I tried to do video. I tried. My body was not having it. Not having it. I mean, hell, I ain't shaved. I mean, literally, I haven't shaved in 4 days. So getting up early in the morning, going to go do this training, 10-hour training, get out of that mug, body hurt, go to bed. Do it again. Get up. I tried. It just was not happening. I was way entirely too exhausted. Way entirely too exhausted to get it done. And then somebody in the comment section was like, hey, man, we need you back live. I don't like this. I mean, I'm surprised he wasn't eating banana. Hold on. I'm surprised he wasn't eating a banana when he was like, I don't like that. I don't like that. So now we back. We live. Let me get close because, my camera's having the time to adjust. I will be shaving all of this. I'm not doing no shave November. The beard is not coming back. I just haven't shaved because I didn't care. Like, it's business to handle. You know what I'm saying? And once we get done with the business, we'll go back looking like a pretty boy. But until then, no. But today we are finally going to go over the new Rockstars video of Jessica Clemons from New Rockstars, where I presume she said that we didn't need T'Challa, or she came, she said something in the ilk about T'Challa, and hold on, that something of the realm about we could just move on from Chadwick Boseman's of T'Challa, and we need to focus primarily on a derivative bastard child of T'Challa, and how detrimental that is, especially when they have said platform. And I believe they already have, blockers for recast T'Challa and all of that. They're a bigger entity, bigger platform. I believe, I don't believe that New Rockstars is owned independently. I think they're owned maybe by a corporation, just based on the amount of ads and stuff that they do. And for me, learning so much from other YouTubers, that have been bought out. One of my favorite YouTube channels was Donut Media, and how they explain how eventually they got bought out by a corporation, and now they put out stuff because this is what the corporation does, because they got so big that they got bought out. And that's what it seems like. I'm not saying they are. That's what it sounds like. It seems like. So anyway, we are going to get into it here. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan channel, but you already know how I do. The real question is,
Are you
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see who is all in the chat. You know, it's early in the morning. Who's baking the biscuits? Huh? Who's over there waking up? They smelling it? It smell like biscuits in here. You know what I'm saying? Smell like my mama biscuits in here. Who over here, you know what I'm saying, with the butter biscuits early this morning? Let me know. Let me know. All right, let's get to the chat. Let's get to the chat. Man, Torian Rain Reloaded. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Miss Roberta's in the house. Good morning. Good morning. The church auntie, y'all better not act no fool. Andre Ware, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Junior Network, good morning. Good morning. Oh, hold up, Junior. Hold up, Junior. What was my well, I couldn't watch it at work because I had no service, you know, during my training. But where was my inbox for the Michael trailer? You know what I mean? Where was my inbox at, Junior? Man, I am not gonna lie. I seen that Michael trailer. It gave me the feels, boy. I'm not lying. It's the energy in that trailer. That's what it really was. It was the energy in that trailer that for a moment I felt like this is just me. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, I'm not saying, you know, everybody else felt like this, but for me, I felt the spirit of Michael in this, in just that trailer. Like his, you know, like his essence, his spirit, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was or whatever, but that's what it felt like to me. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt a certain way. I legitimately felt a certain way. And I guess I was all for the better. You know what I'm saying? It was all for the better. So I'm 1,000% for, you know, for this Michael movie. I'm trying to tell you now, that Michael biopic will hit $1 billion. It's going to hit a bill. I forgot the numbers for This Is It when that came out, but I guarantee you it's going to hit $1 billion. Hold on real quick. And I'll probably flub that up. This Is It grossed $267 million at the box office. I don't even know what the budget was for that. I mean, I don't think it was any type of budget because it was film, you know, but yeah, I think even more that this is going to be the biggest biopic of all time. I'm writing that in stone right now. What is going on with the focus? Okay, I don't be on my show for how many days? It is not going to focus. But yeah, I think this is going to be the biggest biopic of all time. I really do. I really do. I think this is going to shatter records. You know, this is just my personal opinion. But you know, we'll see. And then somebody will call it woke. And then I will have to slap them because it's Michael Jackson. I will beat them up. I will literally find them and literally elbow drop them. Don't you play with Michael. Anyway, I done went on the tangent. What's up, Xavier Phoenix? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What up, Sharita, aka Butter Biscuit? I always put the butter first. Oh man. Oh, thank you, Toria. Thank you. Kiana, what's up? What up, Savage Cabbage? What's up? Michael Johnson, what's up? Krisha Key is up in here. Good morning. Tyra J, good morning. Judah Vision, what's up? Appreciate it. Salmon and MC, what's up? Good morning. All the way from London. What's up? What's up? My God, Marcus, aka the underrated chef. What's up? What's up? Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. We live, baby. We are live now. We good. We up and running now. We up and running now. Priscilla, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My man D Stizzles in the house. Good morning. Aisha, the TGI Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Thank God it's Friday. I'm not gonna lie, boy. My body is beat up, though. My body is still tired because I'm not used to being up that early. Well, I'm used to being up at 6 o'clock in the morning because I just got off of work. I'm not used to. I am a vampire. I am a day walker. I like being up at night. All that morning mess. Nah, big dog. You keep that. You can keep that. But yeah, what is up, Aisha? Let me see. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate the love. Hey, Tina, aka Minty Gazzle, what is up? Hey, you know what I'm saying? First, go get you some tussin. Put that tussin in your system. You go get that tussin in a high toddy. And then make sure, without anything, Tina, listen to me. Listen to me. I know I ain't shade them. No, I ain't looking at all that right now. But listen to me. Get close. Get real close real quick. Get close. Make sure you butter the biscuit. So when you eat that biscuit with the butter, you got the drizzle on top, you can wash all the rest of that down with that tussin. And that hot toddy, you gonna feel better. Get that biscuit. Oh man. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. And Marcus, you already know I've been literally doing that for 2 years. I'm finally getting the certification. But y'all to know it's DPR. So is ding is like dent paintless repair. So you be able to take a dent or a ding out without what we call breaking paint, without, you know what I'm saying, have to repaint the area that you're bringing out. So that's what I got my certificate in. So I'm going to here in the future, once we get off of all of it, and again, my heart, because we're being affected to it to a certain extent. My heart goes out to all of the people who are dealing with the government shutdown. My prayers, because trust me, we are going through this similar situation here at Ford, you know, especially when we start talking about outside suppliers and stuff like that. We're going through it too. So my prayers and all of that go out to every worker, every government worker, everybody who's being affected by the government shutdown. My prayers, my heart, everything is going out to you. And trust me, we as Americans that are being affected by that will get through it. We will get through it. Do not worry about it. We are blessed at the end of the day, and we will overcome as a nation. You know what I mean? We will overcome as a nation. So we already know what the trials and tribulations of this nation is. That's why you have to vote in your best interest. Don't vote off emotions. Do not vote off of just parties. Vote on your best interests in the future. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, I am 1,000% with you because we're going through our own stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. The hero culture. Thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Oh my God, I've been loving your coverage. I hate these anti-woke grifters. They suck. After Secret Wars, we need a new MCU Black Panther, and he needs to interact with Storm. We need the dynamic live in action. Hero culture. Thank you so very much for the $10 super chat. Trust and believe me, I'm going to talk about in this video how no other derivatives of a character has been the main character in in any type of iteration of live action superhero content. So we will get into that. But thank you so very much for that super chat. You already know I got to get you on this butter biscuits, baby.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you for
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
All right. Tasting biscuits early in the morning. Mika G, aka the host of Cinematic Nightmares podcast. You know what? I will flip you off, but Miss Roberta's in here. Because I already know what you're talking about. It ain't funny. It's not funny. Terrell also, what's up? Johnny Rossafari, what's up? Good morning. What you hold on, wait a minute. What you say, Jessica? Some of us were rooting for you until that wild take. Start feeling like Tyra Banks. Now, remind you know me. I haven't watched it. I haven't nothing. I haven't got a chance to do anything but sleep and take out dicks and dings. So, but watch. I'm watch when everything come back up. I'm gonna start buying some equipment. And I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna find me some hell damage vehicles. And if I can find me a hell damage vehicles for the dirt to still run, that's gonna be my project. And once I know that I get real good at it, oh yeah, that's gonna be a side hustle. So when things get low, I'm gonna be high. And I don't mean Willie Nelson. Oh man. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we need to we need T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. All right. These are some mainstream outlets, talking points, got their hand-picked so-called blurs speaking for Black Panther. I'm gonna get into that. These still we gonna keep that in the pocket. Because I'm gonna get to that. I'm going to get to that. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I've seen a pattern. Especially with big channels. You know what I mean? I've seen a pattern. So we gonna get into that. I almost said something. That trailer is fire, man. I believe, but I heard that brother sing with it was him, his dad, and I think his other brother. And when he started singing, you could hear Michael's falsetto coming completely out, like just naturally singing. I'm like, oh my God, he sounds like Michael. Now, of course, Michael had a stronger voice. You know what I mean? Like Michael, for having a falsetto like he did and having the range from literally, because Michael can sing bass. If you're a Michael Jackson fan and you have the tapes of him practicing or you've heard certain things, I mean, me and Mika, we hosted one of the what was we doing? Like on the Zoom calls when we were doing our film thing, or I forgot what we called it, but we played a Michael Jackson documentary on there. And watch party. We did our watch party. And Michael can sing bass all the way up to alto, but Michael's voice is a powerhouse too. So not only can he sing like that, it's power behind it, like pure power behind his voice. That's something Jafar doesn't have. He doesn't have the pure power, but he does have the falsetto range, and that's impressive because he don't sound like Jermaine. Thank God. I ain't hating on Jermaine, but let me shut up. Shut up. I like Jermaine too. I'm just gonna get some slick hair too. Arbiko, good morning. Good morning. I dig Eto for quad too. Miss Rock Kitty is up here on a Friday. What's up? What's good? Good morning. Oh, I'm seeing that like 4-5 times. He gonna get all my Michael movie gonna get all my money, all of it. Yeah, that's gonna do numbers. And thank you, Robin D, the Abbott. Thank you. You know, I just do what I can when I can do it. Everything is a hustle. I'm trying to say I try to learn everything. You never know. Hey, I could be able to do that on the side. I'm trying to tell you, The dude that trained me retired from Ford. Retired completely. He I think he said he started at 18 and retired after 30 years, 35 years. They hired him back to run the training and to buy supplies from him. And then the subsidiaries around the city start hiring them to do dent repair for their vehicles. When I tell you this man got bread, he got bread. And hey, look, he teaching the game. Now, he was I'm gonna just put it like this. When you come, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna get back to this. When you are in a position, when you're good at what you do, and you're in a training, one thing I didn't do was like, oh yeah, I've been doing this and doing that, and I could do that. I'm still a student at the end of the day. You Master Splinter, I'm Michelangelo. You know what I mean? I'm focused. I'm ready to see what you got. You know what I'm saying? And then show the work. Show where everybody laughing and joking. I'm over there. Hey, I got to learn how to be able to use this particular tool because I don't use it that often. Yak. I'm over there doing my thing. Where everybody's joking and laughing, where everybody's sitting down, I'm over there doing my thing. I'm over there learning. I'm over there taking the initiative, right? He's seeing that. Start dropping game. That's all I'm going to tell you. All you got to do is put your nose out and just work. And people will see your work and you ain't trying to be arrogant, all of that. And he see that you know what you doing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you, people that see you really working is going to drop you some game, big dog. So just know, just know. People are always looking at you. Just do what you got to do. Don't be arrogant. Don't be, yeah, you can do it, but act like you can't and show them what you can do. You know what I'm saying? Show them your gangster as what that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say because I'm starting to get off track. All right, let me get to Rusty L. Shout out. And no, the 5 o'clock shadow was hella terrible right now. I don't be having a Mario mustache. Oh yeah. He said the Griffs gonna have a field day with it. I wish they would. Marley Moore, what's up? What's up? All right. Let me see. Yeah, I cried. I cried through This Is It. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie. I cried through This Is It. Russell, like, what's up? Just came from Jamaica this weekend, man. Hey man, take me with you when you go back. But how's everything going out there? Prayers to them also. He said, got my tuna and toddy and my biscuits ready. That's what I'm talking about. Underrated Chef, Marcus, man, thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. Go get that music next. Hope you feel better. Talk about you, Tina. Let's go ahead. Let's get this biscuit party started.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
All right. Not Motown. Appreciate the super chat, big dog. Oh man. All right. Q is not a robot. What is up, Q? Dr. Erica D said, I am very happy to be here. Amen. Amen. Thank you so very much for that $10 super chat. Let's go. What do I, you know what? Yeah, let's go.
Gang bang. You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat. Gang bang.
All right. Yeah, I got to see that Eddie documentary. I'm going to be all over it because Eddie Murphy is one of my favorite actors of all time. One of my favorite talents of all time. It's not AI, dude. Stop it. It's not AI. He says, well, your brother is Michael. Yeah, I mean, it is. All right, let's go. Let's go. Make sure you get the likes up. Let's make sure you get the likes up. We're going to get this thing started. Dre going to be singing on top of his lungs. I'm going to hear you all the way to the DMV. You want to be starting something. Got to be starting something. That kicks off one of my favorite Thriller. Okay, Shout out to my brother Rico. And I'm going to put it in the chat before we go to our commercial break, get this thing started. We'll put it in the chat. Me and my brother, shout out to my brother Rico. But we talked about this. And I want to hear y'all put it in the chat. I need y'all input. What is the better album? Thriller, right? Or Bad? Put it in the chat. What's the better album? Thriller or Bad? I want to hear what you guys got to say. I want to hear what you guys got to say because me and my brother would debate on this all the time, which I believe Thriller's a better album, but Bad is fire too. But yeah, put it in chat. Put it in chat. D-Line 45, what's up? Game Face Willis, what's up? Oh yeah, I seen that. Oh, trust me, I seen Dolomite. Oh, most definitely. What up, Chill? What's up? He said Bad. Thriller, Biz. Judah Vision just want to be different. Shaz Flick 77, what's up? These people said Off the Wall is better. I said between them two. Thriller, Bad. I can't pick, but I understand the debate. He said, I love them all. Thriller, because Human Nature is my favorite Michael Jackson song. Oh my God. I love y'all. I do love Off the Wall, though. I do love Off the Wall, but they're literally the first. Let me see. After on Bad, after The Girl Is Mine, it's hit. It's like, pop. Oh man, Off the Wall is dope. Off the Wall is dope. But I said between Bad and Thriller. Oh man, you said Off the Wall, Bad, Off the Wall and Thriller are top two. Off the Wall predates most of this chat. Exactly. Off the Wall is bad though. I'm dating myself, but I had Thriller and Off the Wall on 8-track. I didn't have an 8-track player, but I did have it. And also, shout out to my pops too. Shout out to my pops, Percy Mack. Showed me some love yesterday. Say he's very proud of what I'm doing on this channel. So shout out to my pops, Percy Mack, or whatever. Let's transition, man. Make sure you keep the chat going. I want to see Thriller, Bad, or what you think is your favorite Michael Jackson album. Put it in the chat below. But you already know. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Are you going down? Then you gotta know the best way to go. On the down low.
Damn, you banking like that? And you come over here with a biscuit meal, man?
Would you like to take a survey?
No. Elevator go down the hall.
It's you! It's you!
Whoop-de-doo.
We are talking about the same girl.
Okay, well, what do we do? Fight a duel or something?
Well, I don't know. Maybe,
This?
Slower. Bend over.
Studman, what's going on?
Darling, are you all right?
Studman, who was that woman?
That was Professor Haight, disguised as an ugly French lap dancer.
Ugly? She looked beautiful.
I suppose she might have been considered beautiful until you walked in the room.
Oh, Stedman, I've been dreaming of this moment. Come here.
Wild horses couldn't keep me away.
Invisible robots!
Invisible robots?
Beep, 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 beep. Look out!
We now return to the Transformers.
Right, let's transition over because we got invisible robots. All right, this is Jessica Clemons from New Rockstars channeling her inner Velma from Scooby-Doo. I'm not even gonna hold you though. I haven't seen this video, but soon as I clicked on this, I was like, she literally is giving Velma for Scooby-Doo. I don't know if she did this intentionally or not. But let's do it. Let's get into it. Damon Manilli, what's up? Sugar Cane, what's up? Sugar Cane. She was Velma cosplaying. Who? I missed somebody who came in here. I thought I missed somebody. Oh no, I got you. All right. But yeah, make sure you get the thumbs up and still put it in the chat. What's your favorite Michael Jackson album, or which one do you think is better, or which one do you like better, Thriller or Bad? Keep the chat going, and then we're gonna get into this new Rockstars, because I just want to go back and read what you guys are saying. But let's go. Let's see what she's saying.
Hello and welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Jessica Clemons, and for a while, rumors and scoops have been drifting across the internet, speculations around Damson Idris of Snowfall and F1 becoming Marvel's new T'Challa. Following skeptical interviews, the concept art, and his latest public appearance at Vogue's annual Vogue World event, to some it felt like a soft launch of his role as the next Black Panther, but to others, it was a coincidence that continues to fuel a very persistent, and at times, a very wishful fan rumor. So let's talk about what the is happening with Marvel's T'Challa. Before we get into the video, I recognize I'm dressed up as Velma from Scooby-Doo. It is Halloween.
So, okay. This is from a couple days ago. I'm so late.
In which I am recording this. So, are you in the spirit? Because I'm in the spirit. This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes launching your own website a breeze.
Alrighty. As soon as I see that, I see recast T'Challa. So what?
Like
now,
me, you've probably heard the phrase.
Now we're recast T'Challa here. We're recast T'Challa. We reject and repudiate Toussaint as the new T'Challa. We're not in the play for TJ. No. The reason why my stance is here, let me just give you my stance. I don't know what anybody else is doing, but my stance on repudiate the T'Challa. What did he say on the Boondocks? When he said with the first episode of season 3 where Huey was I guess said and to Obama and Granddad said, I repudiate my grandson. He is no longer my grandson. Yeah, nope. I don't yeah, when Obama didn't know who Huey was. Yeah. He said, in other words, fuck him. That's how I feel about TJ. There, and I put it in the comment in the description of this video. There is what up, Six of Truth? What's good? There is no, yeah, I denounce and refute Huey Freeman. In other words, F him. But there is no other median, especially in the superhero land space, where a derivative, because a actor died, where the derivative of that character became the main hero going forward in any iteration. None. What up, Kevin? But understand this. There is no superhero ever when the actor, the main actor, the big time actor died and the derivative took over. None. There none. When Christopher Reeves eventually passed away, they already had Supermans lined up. And we know him. Even the original Superman from the 1930s, George Reeves. Or the 1930s, 40s, 1940s, or whatever. Or 50s, whatever time period that was. But George Reeves. They didn't say that's the only Superman I know. We're gonna stop doing Superman in any medium. Never happened. Never. All of the weird stuff Marvel has done since Chadwick died has never happened in any movie. Any. The original the lady who played Jason Voorhees' mother passed away. If you got a new Friday the 13th movie right now, I guarantee you Jason's mother is going to pull up. They ain't going to have Jason's auntie. They ain't going to have Jason's sister. Because they would never weirdly do that. Kevin Conroy died. They're not going to stop Batman at all. None. Both actors that played Dumbledore have went on to glory. They didn't stop Dumbledore. Or you get what I'm saying? So a derivative of that character has never took over. Matter of fact, Logan was supposed to be the swan song for Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. That was supposed to be it. They didn't make Laura the new Wolverine and Deadpool the Wolverine. It wasn't Laura Kenny. They didn't honor Hugh Jackman, and he played that character way longer than Chadwick Boseman played T'Challa. Way more screen time with that character. They didn't stop them from having a Wolverine. Logan. They brought him back. It's even joked about in the movie how they brought him back. So why all of a sudden this? And you can say, well, Hugh Jackman didn't die in real life. There's plenty of actors that have died, B. Plenty of actors that have played characters. Sean Connery died. They didn't stop 007. There's plenty of actors. This is acting. This ain't real. This is not real. And to tie Chadwick Boseman to T'Challa is downright diabolical, and it stops the elevation of another black actor taking over the role left by Chadwick Boseman. That's what it does. So now another actor can't be on the same level and same tilt as a Robert Downey Jr., as a Chris Hemsworth, as a Chris Evans, as a Mark Ruffalo, as a Scarlett Johansson. They can't. They cannot. So it hinders the actor's progress, and it hinders the development and the love for the character to keep that character going. You just can't give me just a T'Challa Jr. and say, this is your new T'Challa. Because when Kevin Conroy passed away, they didn't all of a sudden throughout DC medium. I'm talking about comic books. I'm talking about cartoons. I'm talking about movies. They didn't make Damian Wayne the new Batman. So why is T'Challa is weird? And the people who defend it, after I explained it like this, to me are weird, and they always want to shame us because they rather just go with what the studio's going for, because they just been brainwashed to believe the studio has the interest of the people at hand. And we see about the box office numbers and the way these movies are. Do they really got the audience in the hand, or the audience best interest in hand when it comes to what we're paying for to go see? Just wanted to put that out there. Let's keep going.
Hashtag recast T'Challa. The hashtag began circulating through every social media pipeline shortly after Chadwick Boseman's death in August of 2020. The movement gained more.
You know what? I'm gonna just be honest. Jessica Clemons know who E-Man is. Eric Voss know who E-Man is. They have tweeted when his his petition. I'm gonna say his because there were other. Let's just keep it honest. I gotta keep it a buck. There was other recast T'Challa petitions that came out before E-Man's. E-Man's the one who just gained the most traction. Maybe because of his YouTube channel or whatever, but he gains the most traction. But for them to sidestep E-Man, I feel is wrong. And anytime recast T'Challa, I will always give E-Man his props for his petition taking off the way that he did. So when they sidestep him like that, I don't like that. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like that.
Traction in December of that year when Marvel Studios announced during Disney's Investor Day that they would not be recasting the role of T'Challa in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This sparked a lot of
that is not what it said. That is not what was said. What was said in that video, and Chill knows, is that we were, that Chadwick Boseman's characterization of T'Challa precedes all iterations of the character. And for that fact, we will not recast the character in this universe. And when they said that, we was like, they just not going to recast him for this movie. No, it literally went through all iterations. Hell, we just did a video, like we did a live last week, where we were talking about even in Marvel Zombies, they couldn't even get a voice actor because we're honoring Chadwick. Bullshiggity. Bullshiggity. Got to do that with William Hurt. And what if? If William Hurt has been gone just as long as Chadwick, died of cancer, you know what they did? Recast. Immediately. Oh, we can get Harrison Ford? Recast. To the point where they honored Harrison Ford's wishes for not having the mustache. Well, we know Thunderbolt Ross calling card is that big, thick mustache. Ramiro, what's going on? We know that. But since it's Harrison Ford and Nate Moore couldn't stop jizzing in his pants talking about Harrison Ford. Oh, you don't want a mustache? You're Harrison Ford. You good. Even though you don't really look like the character now. You don't look like what William Hurt brought to the table. We don't even talk about William Hurt. Even though the man been acting for 40-some-odd years, we don't care. Harrison Ford, you up. Come on. No mustache, cool. We good. But Chadwick Boseman, this man walked on water and fed the multitudes. The way that they act. They act like this man literally, part the Red Sea, walked on water, all of that. And it's weird to me. But it's not weird because I know what they're doing.
Discourse for a multitude of reasons. There was backlash against Letitia Wright, who plays Shuri, regarding her views on vaccines, prompting some to suggest reverting back to the original hero.
That wasn't it. That wasn't it. The reason why a lot of us in the recast T'Challa movement was rejecting Shuri as a character because there was no development for her to even take on the role, because her characterization in Black Panther is totally different than her characterization when she first got introduced to the comics through Reginald Hunt's run. Anybody who's a comic book fan will tell you that. And you didn't slow cook this woman so she could be able to one day we could do Doom War. One day we could do the exile of T'Challa, when they exiled him out of Wakanda. And she ended up being the Black Panther. We didn't do that. We didn't do Doom. We didn't do Doom Wars. We didn't do that in the MCU. It had nothing to do with her. Probably some people, but the people as far as recast T'Challa, no, that wasn't from that wasn't us.
Argued that losing T'Challa meant losing a black male role model within the MCU. Though the actor passed, the story should go on. Although some left this up to Chadwick's legacy and respect, citing how the performance was so deeply iconic and personal, recasting just felt disrespectful. Or Marvel.
Now, what have you ever heard? Like, I love both Dumbledores, right? Wouldn't you say that their portrayal of Dumbledore was iconic? Both of them. From the first 3 movies to the last 4 movies. From Prisoner of Azkaban on up. But after he died, it wasn't like, he was so iconic. We're not going to do that. No, they didn't do that. It is not. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Buckmeister. Shout out to Buckmeister, because Buckmeister had 10. You know, in 2 days he made a fan. Let me get you down here. Buckmeister right here. Go to his channel if you got a chance. Made a fan cartoon version because of what they have done to T'Challa in the MCU, and it got more views than a lot of people's stuff when it comes to this. Because that's how much you got to revert to doing your own thing, because they don't want to put the character on screen. Again, weird. Patrick Tyler, what's up? What's up? And again, recast was so disrespectful that Disney considered moving on for Boseman, who wanted more money for 2. You already know. If y'all been around, I already put that out there. Again, nobody would bring up those articles. And I told you, a lot of those articles have been scrubbed from the internet. They have been scrubbed from the internet because they don't want to tell you. You don't want the trades to still have that, so they scrubbed it. Buckmeister, thank you so very much for the $35 czar. Can they stop saying it's about a male role model? It's about T'Challa, damn it. Thank you. It's about the hero, not a role model. Dude, role models is all through every black neighborhood. There's a role model, not the damn character. We want the character to live on because we want our damn superhero too. So I feel that because let me hook you up. Let me hook you up because I'm out here gang banging. Would you consider Smokey Robinson a hero because he was out there telling people to stop gang banging? Hey, he's a role model.
Could just honor T'Challa's story, end it, and shift focus to another Wakandan character like Shuri, Nakia, or Okoye. There were videos, articles, petitions, and waves of online discussions whenever Black Panther was so much as mentioned, all rallying for or against #recast T'Challa. Black Panther Wakanda Forever was eventually released in 2022, revealing Shuri as the new Black Panther and T'Challa having a son that no one really knew about, which prompted more inquisitive fans to suggest maybe he'll be back in the new Black Panther movies as the new Black Panther. Marvel later confirmed a Black Panther 3 with former VP of production and development and more, expressing sadness about leaving Marvel Studios, but also his excitement about continuing to work on the project. Around the same time, in November 2024, during the Gladiator 2 press tour, this is when Denzel Washington revealed he was in talks with Ryan Coogler to join the film.
You know what's funny is that how, Ryan Coogler got so, not Ryan Coogler, how Nate Moore got so, if you go back and look at it, go back and watch his video with, I think, Collider, about him talking about, the possibility, the ability to work with Harrison Ford compared to when E-Man asked him about recast T'Challa and how he said, I don't know. We got a story to tell. Don't matter. I don't care what you're talking about. I seen your little petition, story to tell. Sorry, big dog. It's almost diabolical because these people are black. Just like when Ryan Coogler went on the Breakfast Club, or Club Shay Shay, or it was a Breakfast Club too. But when he went on Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, and they said, hey, Eldest Hodge, put his name out there to be, T'Challa, Black Panther. I want to do it too, but what do you think? And he shifted the focus on the man know how to make watches. What the fuck? I'm sorry, it's Roberta. Forgive me. But what the fuck does that have to do with T'Challa? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? No, I don't care if the man know how to make watches. Whoop-de-doo. What about T'Challa is all I'm asking. What about T'Challa?
Specifically, Ryan was writing him a part in the movie. Coogler went on to confirm Denzel's involvement in June 2025 on the podcast 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. Still, there's been no word on whether T'Challa will be recast or what the plot might look like. If the film is released after Doomsday and Secret Wars, since the MCU is a shared universe, fans are left theorizing. And with both movies expected to be a crossover events featuring returning Marvel actors in recast roles, there's many questions. One remaining, are they recasting T'Challa? In January of 2025, scooper Jeff Snyder opened the floodgates again, alleging Marvel is looking to recast the Black Panther hero T'Challa. He went on to
And let's just, I'm gonna give some props to my man Darius over at Planet Fanatics. He came out and said the rumor is Damson, and I think, did he say Jamie Lawson? You know, if they wanted to go young with the child, I think it was not Jamie Lawson. That's my fantasy. I'm sorry. Oh, Jamie. Anyway, Jamie fine. I'm sorry, but it was Damson and the one lady from Wicked, which I'm sorry. If I had more hands, I give her 4 thumbs down. No, they would want them as Storm and T'Challa, you know, to TJ and her as be Storm and T'Challa, or if they wanted to go older, it'd be Eldest Hodge and the other beautiful woman from Queen of Slim. I forgot her name always. Sophie something. But yeah. So I would not watch. I'm not nope. Nope, 7MC. I can't do it. I do not like her. I don't support her movies. Nothing. After what she said about Black Americans, nope. Yeah, Jodie Turner Smith. Yeah, Jodie Turner Smith. I don't know why I said Sophie, but yeah, Jodie Turner Smith. But after what she said about Black Americans, she could never. I'm never support her movies. Nope. And Presetta, you are absolutely correct. Thank you so very much for the 9 months as a member. Chadwick himself and family said to recast. Yeah, no, these people were tripping. But you know what? Since you've been a member so long, I'm gonna have to just. I'm gonna just. Hold on, where is it at? Yeah, let me do this.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
You wanna be my enemy.
Yeah, I don't like Cynthia. I do not. Because you ain't go play Harriet Tubman and then talk crazy about Black Americans. Nope. What up, Justice? No. What up? What up, Blue? What up, Blue? So, nope. And you not about to, nope. She said her percent salvo body roll. I got you next time. I got you.
Alleged that an actor was offered the role in the past fall, a few months after Downey's big reveal at Comic-Con, but they turned it down, fearing it could jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Boseman's shoes. This recast, he claimed, would have been made possible thanks to the Marvel multiverse. Multiple outlets ran with this story, many people considered it, and other people just ignored it. Then the concept art leaked. In March 2025, a Marvel concept—
Did you say she was like, if people just ignored it? Some people just ignored it. Like, basically, I'll get to it.
Artists shared several pieces of their own art on their personal Artstration page that was quickly taken down, but not before fans could save them. Among that collection of Avengers Doomsday illustrations of a Hulk village and a Sheriff Doctor Strange and Emperor Doom was what appeared to be a possible new Black Panther. Many observers believe the likeness is based on the actor Damson Idris, suggesting that we may be getting a new Black Panther.
I mean, look at it. Look at the ears. Look at the head shape. Look at the nose. What does that look like? What does that look like?
Panther, perhaps a new T'Challa played by Damson. The observations were based solely on the actor's working timeline, given that Snowfall had just ended, and their likeness to the concept art, which I kind of disagree with. This just looks like an older Chadwick Boseman. It's also safe to—
Hold up. Let's go back. Because I've always said that if anybody was to, if they was looking for a younger version of Chadwick's T'Challa, Damson is the one. Dirty Joker, what's up? I think some people are just saying, I think I'm gonna be real with you. Let's look at that. Let's look at that for just a moment. That concept art, the ears, the way his hair looks like they took, you know, some visuals from Snowfall. Because you go back and you go back when they show clips from Snowfall, he has that same afro because it's set in the 80s. But I always said if they went back to a younger, what I mean by younger, like what they did with Gamora. Remember what they did with Gamora in Endgame? They went and got a Gamora from like 2014 that haven't went through the you know, the same situations and stuff like that. Is the Gamora that Peter Quill was with? You know what I mean? And that's kind of how they kind of brought her back after killing her in Infinity War. Why can't you do the same thing with pulling T'Challa, you know, a younger T'Challa, the same one, but from a different timeline, a different period of time, not a different timeline, but a different period of time? Why not? Why would that be so hard? But again, they talking about, well, we can age him up. Would you go into the future, get the age up T'Challa and bring him in? That's stupid. When they already showed you a way they could be able to do that. If you're going to do the age up thing, you can just go get T'Challa from a different point in time and bring him in. That's Chadwick's T'Challa. What's wrong with that? So, anyway, let's keep going.
Perhaps a new T'Challa played by Dameson. The observations were based like solely
Look
on
at
the
his
actor's
hair.
working timeline, given that Snowfall had just ended.
Look at his hair. And you look at that picture. And you're trying to tell me that, oh no, that looks like an older. Come on, man. Come on, dog.
And their likeness to the concept art, which I kind of disagree with. This just looks like an older Chadwick Boseman. It's also safe to say concept art doesn't equal confirmation. We Marvel fans have seen loads of concept art that never made it into the final product. Daniel Craig's Boulder the Brave concept art from Doctor Strange 2, it never made it into the movie. And Doctor Strange wearing Iron Man's armor, which was concept art released in the book and made into action figures, also never showed up. I'm not saying this isn't Dameson. I'm saying it doesn't look like him and I need better proof. The Russos addressed the concept art leak.
I'm sorry, but do you guys believe, and put it in the chat, just put it in the chat, do you guys believe sometimes that these big companies that have millions and millions of followers, like I think they got about 4 million followers, say things, or they have writers, because she didn't write this, somebody else wrote this. You know what I mean? But they say things to not be controversial so they can keep their sponsorships and create content on just based on that. Do you believe that? Because sometimes I think they say things not to be controversial so they could get on the red carpet, so they could do certain things, and they don't actually use their own views and stuff like that. Put it in the chat and let me know what you guys think.
Denying that it was connected to Doomsday or Secret Wars. Still, I suspect they're not being entirely truthful here. The artist has worked with Marvel since 2020, and the Russos have every reason to keep fans intrigued without giving away too many spoilers for the upcoming film, and the best way of doing that is denying the concept art. Easy peasy. But then on June 18th, 2025, Dameson Idris is featured on the Today Show doing press for F1. When he was asked about the speculation of him playing Black Panther, this is what it looked like.
There's some speculation out there in the universe that you could be cast as the next Black Panther. Have you had any conversations about that? Yes or no?
Yes, no.
By the way, the yes, no means yes.
Could mean no.
No, probably means yes. If they asked, would you say yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep in mind, even after this, they talk about other speculated roles he's taking, like James Bond, to which he says, I'm already James Bond. But we, as intense Marvel fans, are zeroed in on Black Panther. The way he responded, coyly and a little uncomfortable, led some to interpret this as a yes, he is gonna be the new Black Panther. But to counter this...
No, I mean, some people did, again, until there's official speculation. I just know from the circle we run in, and Tina has people, Darius has people. I ain't got nobody. I ain't got nobody I could call. Hey man, what's up with Damson? Damson. You said his name wrong 80 times. He ain't telling you yet. Yes, no. We're not saying out until official confirmation. We're not getting our hopes up because we have heard so many times that they really want to go with TJ, that the studio wants to go with TJ, Disney wants to go with an older T'Challa. Because again, no matter what you say, T'Challa himself made more money. T'Challa the character. And it was evident by the $500 box office loss. Not saying that Black Panther Wakanda Forever was a flop. Stop saying that. As long as it's financially successful, it's not a flop. I may not like what they did with the character. I could never say it's a financial flop. Make $800 and something million. But compared to the $1.3 billion for T'Challa being the main character, there's a disconnect. There was a disconnect, and we went to go see a man's funeral, so there is a disconnect. SJ Dix, what's up? So there's a disconnect, not because that there was a woman playing T'Challa, it's the way it was handled, or a woman playing Black Panther, because again, in the comics, both of them were Black Panther at one time. One was blessed by Boss, one was not. And we all know who wasn't blessed by Boss if you know the comics. She had to bow down. Her whole story arc was she thought she knew it all. You know what I'm saying? She thought she knew it all. She thought she could be better. And it wasn't. It never happened. She couldn't even defeat Doom. T'Challa was smarter than Doom. That's why I had a guy in my job yesterday. It was like, oh, you got a YouTube channel. What do you talk about? Comic book stuff. Who are some of the smartest people in comics? Black Panther T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, Reed Richards, Dr. Doom. And this dude literally in the comics have bested Dr. Doom and the Fantastic Four led by Reed Richards. So he's bigger than just a black hero that's a role model. I'm sorry. Let me just say this real quick, and I'm going to get on. I'm going to probably take a commercial break. For real. Because this pisses me off. And see if you feel me on this. Why do they think black people just don't have role models out here in society? It's just comic book characters, stuff like that. Or it's just this fictional character. It almost seems like the black male role model, using the old adage that black men are not in their kids' life, so they have to use a fictional character to be a role model. I was going to say something when she said it, when she repeated, because it's all from a script. But to me, that is so disingenuous, where studies have shown that black men are more active in their kids' life than any other race or demographic in America. So to just say it takes away a black role model. Then if that's the case, why didn't black people hop on in Blues words, Black America? Falcon, Sam Wilson. Why didn't we latch on to Luke Cage? Like, if it was that much, we're just so need of a role model. Why didn't we latch on to Luke Cage? Why didn't we latch on to any of the black characters that came in the MCU? You know how divisive and how cynical that is. And all right, let me just keep going real quick before I kind of get in a tangent.
Marvel actors usually deny involvement in new projects to prevent spoilers, to maintain the hype, maybe even fulfill a contractual obligation, or more often, in my opinion, to avoid providing incorrect information. So this reaction could arguably be 50-50, but it still doesn't give us a confirmation that he's going to play a new T'Challa or Black Panther.
Hi, Jeremy. This is Brie Larson, and I was just wondering, are you going to be in Avengers Doomsday?
Me? No, girl. Are you?
Many actors within Marvel have been coy or lied about their roles too. Daphne Keane for Deadpool and Wolverine being one of them. She even acknowledged after the fact, I had a great time keeping it a secret. I got asked in every interview and I just got to lie, which was really funny.
Again, Daphne Keane, who plays X-23, is a derivative of Wolverine, the clone of Wolverine. As anybody in the chat that's a comic book fan, did she take over for Wolverine and there's no more Wolverine? Put it in the chat if you know the answer. J. Carter, what's up?
Larson straight up acted
Patrick
confused
Tyler,
at
stop
who
it.
Captain Marvel even was, knowing damn well she was playing Captain Marvel.
I'm down to play Chris Evans. Oh wait, no, Chris Evans is Captain America. Who's Captain Marvel? I have no idea what I'm talking about. Great.
However, there are also actors like Halle Berry, who repeatedly told the press she wasn't in Deadpool and Wolverine, and indeed, she did not appear in Deadpool and Wolverine. In a similar note, Natalie Portman was speculated to appear in Thor Ragnarok, but she ultimately did not. A denial doesn't always mean this actor isn't in the movie, and a confirmation doesn't guarantee the role will make the final cut. Take Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda, for example. She appeared in Marvel Zombies, but allegedly recorded her voiceover years prior and doesn't even remember doing it. November's all about Thanksgiving. You want
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think she was lying.
your food, your home, and your guest list to be perfect. Your first purchase of a website or
All right, real quick, I'm gonna take a quick. Can I take a commercial break so I so I can get these biscuits baking, and we'll be right back with more of the Dre Mack Show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Now you can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever on the Rockstars, with only giant hits and legendary stars.
Biscuit. I know it's the truth about it. I love. Oh, how I love this biscuit. Oh, how I love this biscuit. It is the best biscuit. I know.
This treasury is not sold in stores, and when you call the toll-free number now, you also get another entire album of all-time gospel favorites.
We now return to the Transformers.
Actually, I'm glad I'm glad you put this in here about Sam Wilson. Because let's be honest, with Sam Wilson taking over the moniker of Captain America, he is now a derivative. He's no longer his character as Falcon. He is a derivative of Captain America. And box office numbers showed us that people wasn't keen of the derivative of Captain America. And let's be honest, didn't Kevin Feige even say, well, we would have had Chris Evans in there, it would have been a better movie? Because nobody was really looking for a derivative of a character that they know. What do you think they're going to do with TJ? I'm just saying, they think, and it's almost like they think some of us in our community are stupid. You can just give us anything and we'll be okay. Roger L. Heron, thank you for being in the chat. First time I see you in the chat, he said good old biscuit eaters. Black Star Turn Heel, what's up? Good to see you in the chat. What is good? All right, let's keep going.
Domain. In short, the Today interview makes for interesting speculation, but the wildfire of fan reactions was largely fueled by wishful thinking or extreme curiosity from Marvel fans.
Yeah,
A month
Comic
later,
Sam is dope.
After that interview in July 2025, former VP of Production and Development Nate Moore denied the rumors, only slightly, by saying, "The truth is, there's no truth to these rumors. Never say never to anything. We haven't really had a lot of creative conversations with Ryan Coogler yet, because he's finishing his film Sinners, which comes out this year. We'll get into it later this year, but everything you read online is not true. If for no other reason, then we just haven't started working on it."
You know, that was from February of 2025. It is now November of 2025 now. And we have what information about T'Challa? None.
So the rumors are slightly put to bed until Vogue World 2025. This month, October, Vogue World Hollywood celebrated, and I quote, "the ongoing dialogue between two dream factories, fashion and cinema." This event was organized into 7 chapters representing different genres of film: Afrofuturism, historical, sci-fi, and aesthetics like Gothic and West.
And I said that. I was like, I wonder what did they pick the character for Wakanda because they want to go Afrofuturistic. So I was kind of on the money on that one. Let's keep going.
Western, etc. To each chapter, a world-acclaimed and award-winning costume designer was assigned, and their work for film was displayed alongside pieces inspired by those costumes and made in collaboration with one of the 7 major fashion houses. Act 6, Afrofuturism, highlighted Ruth E. Carter, the costume designer we all know very well for Black Panther, for Sinners, for everything. It showcased iconic costumes from Black Panther with models and celebrities walking the runway in them. Angela Bassett was one of them. She walked. She stunned the run.
You know what's funny is because Tiana Taylor was there, I'm talking about switching and walking hard. Damn, and Pierre, and she all right. She said, "Can I get my black ball down in peace?" Shout out to Pam Entertainment TV because she said, we talked about that. I was like, "Hey, I ain't mad. I ain't mad on Aaron. I ain't mad at you." But nobody's had anything to say about Tiana Taylor possibly being in Marvel after being there, but everything went to Damson Idris. Just saying.
Way wearing her Queen Ramonda outfit from the UN meeting in Wakanda Forever. However, one photo from this event became the hot topic of discussion, featuring Damson Idris alongside Angela Bassett, prompting more speculation that he's the new son of Wakanda. To observers in attendance, they noted that Angela was accompanied by Damson Idris, which rightfully is kind of fishy, considering he's been under speculation for the last 3 years of playing a new Black Panther. There's a ton of black folks in Hollywood to accompany her. Why choose Damson if not to soft launch his role in Marvel? Right? Well, there's 2 reasons I suspect. One, this is better for PR. As everyone knows the rumors, why not lean into it?
And I've always said this. They could throw him out there to see fans' reception. What are the fans saying? Because if you don't think, James Gunn already proved that he watched these videos. So I guarantee you there's other people in Marvel that watch New Rockstars, they watch Emergency Awesome, they watch all these big channels because they're big channels. You understand? They got millions of followers because that's all people think about. You can even buy all your followers. And people are like, well, you got 1 million followers, so you must be something. And will hop aboard. If I bought 1 million followers right now, y'all would think that would be fishy. But I'm just saying, they're going to find out what the fans are saying. That's why they do. I said, it's a photo op. Chaz Flicks, what's up? I said, it's a photo op. And with photo ops, all you're trying to do is see what fans are talking about. I said that with Jonathan and Megan. Once they start going out to certain places, they're together. They're seeing what the fans said. It went from, oh, I don't like Jonathan, and from just the shade room. Oh, Jonathan's this and the other. So the conversation changed after she used her own media platform to show, them working out and the clothes and showing them being cute together in traffic and all of that. Now the conversation is, oh my God, they look beautiful together. I want to see what their kids look like. It happens. All you got to do is keep it going, keep the train going. That's Hollywood 101. Literally, it's why the tabloids is Hollywood 101.
Not get you guys more press? I think it did. Secondly, Damson is still a very famous black model recognized in Hollywood. He's walked for Prada. His introduction at this year's Met Gala was flashy and so memorable. Ruth E. Carter designed wardrobes for some guests at the 2025 Met Gala that was themed under black style. It seems like Ruth and Damson would come together at some point, sometime in Hollywood, and this is that exact moment. There are other photos taken during the day, including behind-the-scenes shots of Damson Idris backstage with other Black Panther models and performers. So naturally, this causes a new wave of speculation, but to play devil's advocate, because that's what I do, there were many celebrities in attendance performing and backstage for the Black Panther portion, including Tiana Taylor, who had also not appeared in either of the Black Panther movies. So is it really a soft launch? Or
that girl got a face. Like, she has a face that is like it was chiseled out of marble. Whoa. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. I love me some sisters. Love my sisters. I love my sisters. God, I love y'all. Sisters, if you in the chat, let you know, old Dre Mack love you to death. I would never trade you in for a unicorn. It's y'all all day. Look at all that. Look at all that beautiful. Oh my goodness. All that beautiful melanin on there. Oh. What kind of forever?
To reap the benefits of fan casting and celebrate black fashion and artists. But then he does do a brief interview with Time magazine, one where he responds just as coyly as he did before.
Now, there's been speculation that you might take over a certain Black Panther role.
I love y'all, sisters.
Can you tell me about it? And if you were offered it, would you say yes?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Baby boy has a terrible poker face.
Man, this man is giggling. I don't know anything about it. Wink, wink.
He's not good at lying. So with all these pieces, fans have built what feels like a foolproof case for how
he's
T'Challa
a nice looking guy. He ain't me. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Ms. Ryan Coogler. On the official Wakanda Forever podcast, episode 1, when asked how important Chadwick Boseman was to the franchise beyond what audiences saw, Coogler reflected that Boseman's impact went far beyond acting. He was the creative and
That's bull job, man. That's bull job. Yes. You know, God forbid anything has happened, happen to Tom Holland. God forbid. If something happened to Tom Holland right now, you think they're going to stop making Spider-Man movies? You think they're going to just, put a derivative, make May Parker the new Spider-Man? Or have a son, Peter Parker Jr.? PBJ? No. We seen 3 Spider-Man in the damn movie. I think that's what, when we talk about, when we have these conversations, it sounds weird because we've already seen 3 different Spider-Man in one movie, and then you want to pigeonhole one T'Challa because the actor died. He just so, not saying he's not a great human being or anything of that. I'm not trying to make light of the impact that he had in cultural society. But at the end of the day, that is a job. He is not the real Black Panther. There's no such thing as a real Black Panther. It's fiction. Marcus, thanks so very much for the $5 super chat. Black women matter, especially to me. Say he matters. BWM. Let's go. Matter of fact, I got you, Priscilla.
Super chat, body roll.
That's Marcus when he see them ladies, them beautiful black women. He get into that body roll. Hey. All right, let's go.
Cultural foundation that made Black Panther possible. Long before there was a director or even a confirmed movie, Chadwick was already shaping T'Challa and Wakanda, pushing for authenticity and representation while still being the supporting actor on Civil War. Coogler spoke about the difficult conversations Chadwick had to go through as one of the few Black voices on that set, ranked 10th or lower on the call sheet while still carrying the weight of an entire culture in his performance with barely any guidance.
So why? Okay, so since we know that, why would you pigeonhole another actor from taking over the legacy that Chadwick created? Why would you pigeonhole that? Knowing that Black voices are underrepresented in Hollywood, especially when you're talking about major studios, why would you stop another Black actor from getting that role and continuing the work that Chadwick started?
Wasn't just performing. Like Coogler says, he was leading. He was a writer, a director, an African cultural historian, and a protector of what Wakanda would become long before the world ever saw it. And with all that being said, he was then asked about recasting the role of T'Challa, whether he even considered it. What would it have meant to ask an actor to come and fill that role, to fill those shoes?
I don't think people fully appreciate
any
job that's not their own. But like the
I don't care because nobody said anything about William Hurt. I don't care. This is some bull. This is what I'm talking about when you get when Cat Williams talking about gatekeeping in Hollywood when it comes to black voices in Hollywood. This is what he's talking about. I don't care about any of what he's saying because now you're gatekeeping a character. This is just me personally. If you knew so much about Chadwick, why damn it you didn't know about his diagnosis? Why you didn't have something in play knowing that this man could possibly, his life could be cut short because of his diagnosis of cancer? Why you didn't have something in play? Why do you have a backup? Why did you have to be like, oh, well, I got to do all this other stuff? If this man was so in your head, your best friend, all of that, why you didn't know that? Sorry, why you didn't know that? Why? I know why. Because you didn't know that. And to me, my personal opinion, nobody else's, not Chills, not Blues, not Mika's, not nobody. My personal opinion, you knew that you was writing something for that man. You knew how hard it is in Hollywood for black actors, directors, set designers, any of that, to be able to get a pigeonhole and a foot in Hollywood, and he effed up your money. He effed up your vision to get ahead because you were banking all of that on him. And since he didn't, I mean, you still made money, but because you couldn't go into even higher to say, look what I'm doing. Look me, Ryan Coogler. I done made billion-dollar movies. I'm over here with Martin Scorsese because Martin Scorsese ain't making billion-dollar films. I am. I can go anywhere because I'm making billion-dollar films. Your main actor died and he didn't tell you, so you was like, I'm never putting that on nobody else. And what did he do? Go right back to the well with Michael B. Jordan. Because that's his real homie. And now he's pigeonholing another actor from until I'm proven otherwise. He's pigeonholing another actor from taking over that role because he's looking for billion-dollar films. And since you ain't gonna give me that, I'll kill you off. You ain't gotta worry. You ain't gotta worry, Kevin. That's why they had that conversation. The shit was happening within minutes. And we didn't think about it. Nope, we're never recast. We're not recast. No matter what, no matter what Chadwick said, no matter what his brother said, no matter what his wife said, damn that. What I say is no other actor is ever going to put that role because he stopped me from putting myself on top. Period. We all know actors and directors are synonymous. They're a quarterback and coach. We know that. We know that. So with him pass away, you didn't tell him. I bet you I won't. So now gatekeeping the character is what you chose to do. You went to Kevin with that. You and Nate went to Kevin with that. Kevin didn't say, "Hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Are you going to continue this character or not?" Nope. We not. And no, it didn't. Patrick Tyler, one thing don't do, big dog, don't tell me to calm nothing. Because this is the Dre Mack show. Don't tell me to calm nothing. This is something I've been talking about for years on this channel. Don't do that, big dog. I love you, but don't do that. That didn't come from Disney brass. You listen to the interviews. Me, Chill, Darius, all of that. If you listen to the interviews, that came from Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler's mouth. That didn't come from Disney. Disney just obliged. That's why they gave the black film. That's what I'm going to talk about here shortly. That's why they gave the black film to the black people and let them make a decision. It's not the other way around. If that came from Disney, there would be no black film. There would be no Black Panther because they didn't want to make a Black Panther film in the first place. Let me say that again. Disney did not want to make a Black Panther film in the first place. Why do I say that? Because the investor came out and said, why do I have to? I'm an investor on this. I put money in Disney's pockets. Why in the hell do we have to have a black film? I don't want to say an all-black cast. I ain't got no problem with an all-woman cast with the Marvels, but why do I have to have an all-black movie? That came out of the investors' mouths talking to Disney, the heads of Disney. So if they didn't want it, we wouldn't even have a Black Panther movie to argue about. So to counter what you're saying, that came from Nate, Moore, and Ryan. Nate even came out of his own mouth and said, we made the decision. Who is we? Me and Ryan. We made the decision immediately not to recast. Nope. And then made up all this phony baloney bull job to say, oh, well, we're just honoring Chadwick, and then decide to make a movie using the death of Chadwick Boseman to sell their movie. That's what they did. What other studio did the Fast and the Furious franchise do that with Paul Walker? No. They're even bringing Paul Walker's character back for the last movie. And that's a perfect example of what a studio would do on each side. They didn't, and Paul Walker been in way more movies than Chadwick Boseman. Done a lot. But yet, they didn't pigeonhole the character. That's all I'm saying.
day to day of my job is like, you know, several hundred days of long days of getting other professionals to believe in ideas that I find truthful. They have to believe in some kernel of truth. My truth is Chad was gone from the physical sense. He wasn't walking through that door. And in the world that we created over the years, he was the guy. For somebody else to be him, you know.
It's weird that you did one movie and you sound like you've been making 10 movies with this guy. This is almost like if what's up, Chris TV? If he would have said, if this was Michael B. Jordan that passed, you got me. I can understand. I literally can understand because we see the pattern of Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler films over the years. With Chadwick,
I mean, for us in the world that we created, we wouldn't have believed it. No matter how good the actor was, no matter how, you know what I'm saying, it would have been lacking the necessary truth for us to do a good job. And the
they are.
We pull from as artists. Our truth was lost, which is a fact of life. It's the gift and the curse of life.
It's not. It chill. You know, this is not in full context. This is nowhere in full context. And it's not power, Patrick. Stop thinking about it. What's up, Dr. Carpy? What's good? Stop thinking about it as power. Think about it as an artist, you're selling your art at a gallery. You know, you lose a piece of art that you were going to sell. And they ask you, what do you want to do? Do you want to just recreate new art or just let that art go? We already got a history. We can do it. We're still cool with you. And he decided, even though I lost that art, I'll make one, but I ain't gonna make it like the other one because whatever happened shouldn't have never happened. Because it was outside of my control, and I'm pissed off because it was outside of my control. So it also, think about it like this. When you make that type of money from a studio, you now have say-so. You have say-so when you're making that type of money. Right? So if I'm making, if it's just like a salesman. If the head salesman is making money, ain't nobody gonna tell him nothing different because he's making money for my company. We gonna let us upside. He can voice his opinion because he's making money. He's doing his job. Look at it like that. All right. And the pre-recorders, y'all ain't in it, so I can't yell at y'all.
Heroes, great men die.
So it sounds like they really don't want to recast T'Challa, and if everything we've discussed here is open to interpretation or speculation, I'd argue this new Black Panther doesn't have to be T'Challa. We already knew this. In Eyes of Wakanda's final episode, The Last Panther, we meet a Black Panther from the year 2396 fighting an alien species called the Horde, the insects from the edge of the galaxy who blocked out their sun. Earth had tried to fight back, but without Wakanda's help, humanity was lost. That Panther uses a quantum scanner to find a weak spot for the Horde, the root of the problem, where it all went wrong, which led them back to Killmonger's discovery of the vibranium axe in the British Museum. If Killmonger had never found that weapon, he never would have challenged T'Challa, and T'Challa would have never had a change of heart and opened the resources to the world, allowing that Panther to work with Earth to take down the Horde earlier before it got worse. That episode reinforces a key idea. There will always be a Black Panther somewhere in time or across the multiverse who can still appear in the MCU.
See,
with Wakanda's
that's the problem that I have. Any Black Panther would do. Any of them would do. You gotta have yours. Just any. They don't do that with nobody else. Jessica, you probably would never watch this video, but Jessica, they would never do that with any other character. Chris Evans got to do three plus movies as you know, or multiple movies as Captain America before they even did the Sam Wilson version of Captain America from the comics. We didn't even get to sit. We didn't even get to sit long enough to with T'Challa to know his motivations or anything. Just to give us anything is placating to us, because black people, we know y'all just show up for anything. That's what it makes us feel like. I'm not saying it's reality, but the feeling is we give you anything and you'll be all right. Woman, yeah. Made up character, yeah. The person from the comics, nah, big dog, y'all don't deserve that. And you know this, Jessica. You know this. You know that T'Challa is the first black mainstream character in comics, in Marvel Comics. The first black mainstream character in Marvel Comics was T'Challa, the Black Panther. He's been in comics for 60 years. He is Black history. Why would you erase that just by giving it to just anybody? Again, they didn't do Superman like that. So why would you want to even fathom doing that to T'Challa? Knowing the history of the character.
Tech evolution, it's easy to imagine a future Black Panther traveling back to our time just as the one in the Eyes of Wakanda did. Wakanda has always been centuries ahead of us, so the exact situation could plague the new Black Panther in the MCU. The royal palace within Wakanda was built 750 years before the Great Pyramids of Egypt. Wakanda's like 500 years ahead of us technologically. It can happen. Additionally, Nate Moore noted that the next Black Panther movie wouldn't arrive before the Avengers movies, and Avengers Doomsday is set for December 2026, followed by Avengers Secret Wars in December 2027.
Patrick,
if that timeline
the Green Lantern
Corps. It wouldn't be surprising to see a Black Panther variant appear in one of the movies, as Black Panther appeared in Civil War. It goes without saying, since both films are expected to explore.
So if you got a variant, if we're in the multiverse, why isn't what we seen a multiverse version of Spider-Man? Why can't we have a again? Let's sidestep recast it directly out of the way, right? Let's sidestep that. Why can't we have another T'Challa from another universe? It's not the same T'Challa. He went through, well, it's the same T'Challa, but from a different universe. Why can't we have that? Why is that off of the table? Why is it always these all four extreme versions of what we could do with T'Challa, what we could do with the Black Panther from the future, from this, from that? Why can't we have one from, that's a variant from another universe like they did with Loki? Loki had multiple variants, different colors, different species, different races, different sexuality, but we can't get a T'Challa Black Panther.
Collapsing multiversal realities, a merged universe by the end would give Marvel room to introduce characters like a new Black Panther, the X-Men, or even Miles Morales, like the comics did after Secret Wars. I doubt we'll get Miles Morales that soon, but you get my gist.
No, I don't want Michael B.
Most
Jordan
of
to
the
be
online
nothing.
conversations isn't are we getting a new Black Panther, but rather are we getting a new T'Challa. From what we've seen, Marvel has been deeply respectful of Ryan Coogler's creative vision. He's delivered a lot of success. He writes films really quickly.
Wait a minute. What did she say? What did she say? Ryan Coogler's what? This goes back to the power. When you make money, you can say you can step in a room and you can say something. When you don't make money, they kick you out the door like they did to Sister after the Marvels. But what did she just say? Listen.
We getting a new Black Panther, but rather are we getting a new T'Challa? From what we've seen, Marvel has been deeply respectful of Ryan Coogler's creative vision. He's delivered a lot of success. He writes films really quickly. He's stacked Academy nominations, and he also developed one of 2025's best original films. That kind of Panther, but rather are we getting a new T'Challa? From what we've seen, Marvel has been deeply respectful of Ryan Coogler's creative vision. He's
deeply respectful for Ryan's creative vision. So if Ryan and Nate Moore said, we not recasting T'Challa, who do you think Kevin listened to? Do you think Kevin did it? Or do you think Ryan did, since he's in the room and he's the one that's writing these stories, that's creating these stories? And now, I mean, Ryan's on another level over at Warner Brothers now because he just made Warner Brothers some money. So what do you think these studios, you think these studios, we ain't gonna listen to this dude? No, he has proven he can make money. Until he stop making money, they're going to listen to him. So when him and Nate Moore got together and said, nope, we're not recasting, he's the guy, you don't hear Kevin saying that. All the interviews when they asked about Chadwick has been him.
delivered a lot of success. He writes films
Thank
really
you.
quickly. He stacked Academy nominations, and he also developed one of 2025's best original films. That kind of trust is rare at Marvel. Even the Russo brothers, I feel, had limits. Coogler understands that Black Panther is more than a movie. It's a cultural landmark that deserves filmmakers who grasp its weight and legacy. And while the Wakanda Forever...
No, if you're going to grasp his weight and legacy, this is still a superhero movie. Still have the main superhero in there. Still have the main superhero in there. The Black Panther is a story about T'Challa, a king and his kingdom, and how he runs and make sure that his people are protected the best way possible to sidestep that, to tell your own story about struggle and baby daddies and all of this other stuff is trash and is wrong. They were literally, Jessica, they were literally going to make T'Challa a baby daddy. That's the story we want to tell? Think about it. That's the story you want to tell. The king of Wakanda, the person who's supposed to be above everything. You want to tell a story about him being a baby daddy. Okay, that's cool. Let's do a road trip with my bastard son. Just write said stereotype, put it in the box, shake it up, pull it out. That's the next movie we're gonna do.
Podcast suggests Coogler doesn't see the truth in recasting T'Challa. He may find hope and maybe faith in a new Black Panther, someone from another time or a universe who carries the spirit of Chadwick Boseman and honors T'Challa's legacy. Whether it's his son aged up or like a descendant centuries into the future, we can still celebrate Black Panther and respectfully leave T'Challa in the ancestral plane.
No, because the story is not Black Panther, but Black Panther is T'Challa, not Azuri, not T'Chaka, not Tucson, not Shuri, not none of that. Now, Black Panther 2099, the book, the comics is about T'Challa. That's what it's about. Superman books are about Kal-El. That's what it's about. They don't pull another multiverse, another Earth version to take over for the main Superman. They don't do that. It's about Kal-El. Batman is about Bruce Wayne. It ain't about Damian. It ain't about Dick Grayson. It's not about nobody else. So why is it always when it comes to this, we can find all the far-fetches of reality when it comes to the black guy, but everybody else recast? Whack. That's whack.
Where he belongs. So let me know what you think about all of this recent speculation. Do you think
I told you exactly what I think? Yeah, because I did all this yelling, I gotta take another commercial break. Got my blood pressure all high. Biscuits ain't baked. I'll be right back with more of the Dre Max Show.
Will be
Right back.
It's just your mama's raisin butter biscuits. That's all it is.
Not my mama biscuits.
Whoop they do.
Take a love to a biscuit, man.
Whoop they do.
Okay, so what happened is one time Randy Beeman went on a trip with his dad and they picked up a lady who wanted to ride home, and this was in Kansas. And she sat in the back seat, and when they got where she wanted to go, they turned around and she was gone. And Randy Beeman's dad talked to the man who lived there and told him what the lady looked like. And the man said, "Oh, that's my wife, but she died 4 years ago." Spooky, huh? Okay, bye.
Whoop they do.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Whoop they do.
Good idea. Visiting the circus. Bad idea. Having the circus visit you.
We now return to the Transformers.
Let me put myself back up here. Puma Lee said it correct. Puma Lee said it correctly. Where is it? Where is it? Sorry. Again, you got 4.3 million subscribers on your channel. 4.3 million, you only got 8.5 thousand likes, 225,000 views, and this came out 3 days ago. So almost 250,000 views. To say we can just get anybody is wrong. With that type of platform, that type of influence, and that many people watching your product, just to say we can just give it to anybody. Anybody can do it. We get one from get one from way in the future that we never heard of. Like, if people, I'm just looking at the comments. Why can't he be T'Challa's son? T'Challa's son, as shown at the end of Black Panther 2, but grown up. So Shuri is gonna be what, 80? I'm just read you some of the comments. I agree. This is coming from a black person too. I'm gonna let y'all know. I agree how Ryan Coogler handled it back then and his reasoning. Now there's been time and we can bring Black Panther back. Desmond is perfect for this. All right. He said it's been 5 years since Black Panther died. Let me see. This person, the Dread Harmon. I disagree. No other superhero has to die off with his character. You can still honor Boseman without eliminating a powerful superhero character from the franchise. And again, if Tom Holland died, just think of, y'all know how grifters are. Think about it like this. Agent Black, what's up? But if something was to happen to Tom Holland, God forbid, knock on wood, because I love Tom Holland, right? Think about it like this. Think about the grifters losing their mind if Miles Morales just took over for him and Spider-Man for the rest of existence. Think about the backlash that would happen, especially after they'd already recast. But Tom Holland, he transcends this and he transcends that. You know, he was just bigger. He was a role model for kids. Because how many times has Tom Holland dressed up as Spider-Man, went out and took pictures with kids? No different than David Cornsway when he dressed up as, with the Superman costume. But something, happened to him that's tragic. He lost his life. Now, there's no way that I can see nobody else but Tom Holland going with this. What I'm going to do is replace him with Miles Morales. Do you know the grifters will lose their mind? Oh, Eric July will have a conundrum. He'll probably have an aneurysm. Head will explode. Pop. Oh, we got to go with Peter Darker? Remember that conversation? So again, why jump through all these hoops, leaps, bounds, climb Mount Everest, jump off a building, do all this extra stuff? Why can't you just recast? What's up, Kid Humphrey? Exactly, Ken. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. And when you have these people at these big companies, it's me, and I'm gonna say this because I've noticed this. It's just my own perspective. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's my own perspective, and this happens on all the big channels who have more than one voice. Like Heavy Spoilers was just Paul for a long time until MT came around. But have you noticed that sometimes when it comes to the black show, they will use MT on Heavy Spoilers, and maybe because it was like, well, I'll do it. Well, you know more about black culture, so I think it feels more comfortable with you talking about it. But it's not a vice versa. And it seemed like with the black conversation, it wasn't Eric Voss. It was Jessica Clemons. And didn't Eric Voss, after a long time of saying, well, you know, I think we shouldn't recast. Remember, he came out and said, I think we should recast T'Challa. So who wrote that script? That's all I'm saying. And again, to me, when you're in that position, you're black and you're not really going to other black people and say, well, what do you, and black people who know comics, not the casuals. I'm not talking about casuals. I'm talking about people who actually know about these comic books. Have a conversation with them. You, Jessica, have a conversation with E-Man. Have a conversation with E-Man. And I guarantee you it'll be a different conversation. But I would say have a conversation with me. Have a conversation with me. Because I would tell you the importance. Because I forgot E-Man did have that conversation with Fantastic Frankie was on, and I just didn't like the way that it went. I mean, that's that man. I'm not dissing him or anything like that. I just didn't like the way that conversation went because I felt like he should defend. I felt, it's just me, that he should have defended his petition harder than what they were coming with. No matter if you're on their platform or not, go hard or go home. That's my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. But, you know, just think about it. Just think about it for a second. What do y'all think about this conversation? And do you feel like that the recap, the leaps and bounds that they're going through just to give us a new black? Remember, they're not calling it T'Challa. It's just Black Panther, which is not a mantle. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section below. And let me know what you guys think.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
All right, William Mola, thank you so very much for the $2 super chat. Congrats on your medal certification. Thank you so much, my brother. Let me go ahead and hook it up. Let me hook it up. Where I got? Yeah, let's hook it up because this is what I feel about people who ain't part of recast T'Challa. Thank you for your super chat. Oh man. Yeah, any of these characters, they'll recast. Any of them. They'll recast. So no. You said, nah, an email conversation wouldn't reject a child. No one say have a conversation with me. Have a conversation with you. Have a conversation with Darius. You know what I'm saying? Marcus. Any one of us. Any one of us. Have a conversation. No, not to jump you, but to see this importance, the importance of why T'Challa is so important. You just can't just give us a derivative and we're going to be cool with it because nobody else has a derivative that everybody's cool with. Why do we have to have one with our comic book character? Like seriously. But let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Tell me what you guys think about this conversation. Do you agree with Jessica? Do you not agree with Jessica? You know, put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. But again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, man. Let me get up out of here, man. You guys enjoy your weekend. Where's my outro at? Because you already know I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of y'all selves.